This is my first time actually reading the text, and I just feel like this is beneath me. You said blank if we... That's what that says. And now you going back on your word after I signed the release form for Cannon. I take you back to court. Don't play with me. You didn't ask me to cash app you no extra money towards the rent. I just did it out of the kindness of my heart because I knew you were behind trying to help you. That wasn't no extra money. That was what you're supposed to be giving me anyway since we agreed to
enter value
number.
Tragedy strikes as Rasheeda Frost's son has been reported to be in critical condition following a devastating car crash. The heartbreaking news has left fans, friends, and family members in a state of shock, struggling to comprehend what's happening. The situation is dire, and emotions are running high. As Rasheeda and her family face this nightmare, everyone is left wondering what led to this accident, how it unfolded, and what it's costing the Frost family emotionally. Is this the moment that will break them, or will they find a way to come together in the face of such overwhelming tragedy? Rasheeda's life has always been one of highs and lows, but this accident has thrown her world into chaos. Known for her resilience in the spotlight, Rasheeda has faced public scrutiny and personal struggles throughout her career, especially in her tumultuous relationship with her husband, Kirk Frost. However, this accident has eclipsed everything else in her life. Reports are surfacing that her son was involved in a serious car crash, and the situation is critical. The weight of what's happening is difficult to fathom. What should have been a normal day has turned into a nightmare. The emotional toll this is taking on Rasheeda is unimaginable. While she has always been a strong and determined figure, this tragedy is now forcing her to confront her worst fears. Her son, a part of her that she cherishes above all else, is fighting for his life, and there's nothing she can do but wait for answers. The bond between Rasheeda and her son has always been a pillar of strength for her. She's spoken many times about how important her family is to her, and how her son has been a source of joy and motivation throughout the many challenges she's faced. He's seen the ups and downs of her career, the public battles, and the private struggles. For a mother, there is no greater fear than seeing your child in harm's way, and hearing that her son is in critical condition has shaken Rasheeda to her core. This is not just a moment of panic, it's a moment that could forever change the course of her life. Fans who have followed Rasheeda for years are now anxiously awaiting news, hoping for a miracle, but also fearing the worst. What does this mean for Rasheeda and her family? How will they cope with the uncertainty of their son's future? The entire Frost family is reeling from the news of the crash. Kirk Frost, who has been no stranger to controversy and scandal throughout the years, is reportedly struggling to hold it together for the sake of his family. For all the drama he's been involved in, this is a moment that has left him feeling helpless. A father's instinct is to protect, and with his son's life hanging in the balance, Kirk is facing the harsh reality that there's nothing he can do to change the situation. Rasheeda, known for her public strength, is said to be devastated. Her strong public persona has been built over years of facing adversity head-on, but this tragedy is something entirely different. Behind the scenes, she's doing everything she can to stay strong, but the emotional strain is immense. The weight of the situation is pulling at the seams of their already fragile family dynamic. Family members are rallying around Rasheeda, offering support, but no one knows how this will all unfold. The fear and tension in the family are palpable. The crash has not only endangered their son's life, but has placed the entire family in an emotional and psychological war zone. How they cope with this uncertainty will determine the future of their relationships and the strength of their family. Rasheeda's fans, who have followed her through every high and low, are devastated by the news. The outpouring of support has been overwhelming, with many sending prayers and positive thoughts to the Frost family. But there's also a growing sense of confusion and speculation. Fans are wondering, what caused the accident? Was it truly just an accident, or is there something more sinister at play? Theories are already circulating, with some questioning whether something was amiss in the circumstances surrounding the crash. While no details have been confirmed, the fans' imaginations are running wild. Some fear that this accident could lead to more turmoil for the Frost family, thinking that the emotional strain of this situation may push Rasheeda and Kirk further apart. Others, however, believe that this tragedy could bring the couple closer together, forcing them to reevaluate their priorities and strengthen their bond in a way they never have before. It's a moment that could either break them or make them stronger. Fans are also speculating about how this could affect Rasheeda's career. Will she be able to continue with her business and public life, or will this tragedy cause her to step back and focus on what matters most, her family? As Rasheeda and Kirk face the days ahead, the question on everyone's mind is what happens next. The uncertainty surrounding Rasheeda's son's condition is weighing heavily on the entire family. Will he survive this critical time, or is this just the beginning of a long and painful recovery process? It's a nightmare no parent should ever have to experience, and the unknown future is hanging over their heads like a dark cloud. The emotional toll on Rasheeda is unimaginable. As a mother, to see her child in such a vulnerable state, fighting for his life, is the kind of anguish that could break even the strongest of people. Rasheeda has always been known for her resilience, her ability to hold it together no matter the storms life throws at her. But this is different. This is her child, and it's a fight that's personal in ways nothing else could be. How she navigates through this devastating crisis could define the direction of her life from here on out. As a mother, watching a child go through something so life-threatening is not only emotionally draining, but it also challenges every ounce of strength and patience. Rasheeda's bond with her son has always been her anchor. Throughout her career, despite facing public scrutiny, relationship struggles with Kirk, and personal battles, her son has remained her source of light. Now with his life in danger, Rasheeda must find a way to keep going, to stay strong not just for herself, but for him. Her resilience will be tested like never before. Many are wondering how she will cope with the emotional strain of the situation. Can she continue to juggle her responsibilities as a wife, a mother, and a public figure while her heart is breaking? It's a question that no one could easily answer, but Rasheeda has always shown a remarkable ability to rise above adversity. The impact this crisis has on Rasheeda's relationship with Kirk is another looming concern. Their marriage has been through its ups and downs, but the pressure of this tragedy could either bring them closer together or expose cracks in their already fragile bond. The emotional strain of the accident is affecting both of them, and their ability to support each other in this moment could either strengthen their relationship or push them further apart. Will Kirk step up in the way Rasheeda needs him to, or will the weight of the situation push them into even greater turmoil? The uncertainty surrounding their marriage is just as intense as the uncertainty surrounding their son's future. Fans are closely watching, eager for any sign of how this will play out. Will Rasheeda and Kirk find common ground and emerge stronger as a couple, or will this be the breaking point for them? As Rasheeda continues to navigate this harrowing experience, the Frost family's future is more uncertain than ever. The emotional roller coaster of the coming days could change their lives in ways they never imagined. Will Rasheeda's son pull through, or is the road ahead longer and more painful than they could ever have prepared for? Fans can only watch and hope for the best, but they can't ignore the reality that this situation could forever change the dynamics of the Frost family. The impact is far-reaching. It's not just about the physical recovery of Rasheeda's son, but about how this crisis will shape everything they've built together. Rasheeda's personal and professional life will be forever altered by these events. Will she emerge from this tragedy even stronger, or will the emotional strain push her to a breaking point? In the coming days, the emotional tension surrounding the Frost family will continue to escalate. The questions surrounding Rasheeda's son's recovery will hang in the air, and every update will be met with bated breath from fans who are emotionally invested in the outcome. What will Rasheeda's role be in this new chapter of her life? Will this tragedy expose the cracks in her family's foundation, or will it unite them in ways they never thought possible? As much as the Frost family is holding on to hope, the reality of the situation is that this accident has changed everything. It's not just about hospital visits and recovery, it's about whether Rasheeda's family can survive this emotional storm without falling apart. This event has the potential to forever alter the course of Rasheeda's life, and it will leave a lasting impact on her family. Whatever happens, the fallout of this crisis will follow them for years to come. Will Rasheeda and her family emerge from this stronger than before, or will the emotional scars be too deep to heal? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the Frost family is facing their darkest hour, and how they navigate it will define who they are from here on out. The coming days will be critical, and the answers remain unclear. Fans will be watching closely, hoping for a miracle, and supporting Rasheeda as she faces the greatest challenge of her life. As the days unfold, one thing is certain: this is a turning point, and the Frost family's future is now inextricably tied to the outcome of their son's recovery. The emotional stakes are higher than ever, and only time will reveal what lies ahead. We'll continue to keep you updated with all the latest developments in this heartbreaking story. In the meantime, we want to hear from you. Do you think this tragedy will bring Rasheeda and her family closer together, or will it push them further apart? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, like the video if you're sending prayers and support to Rasheeda and her son, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on this developing situation. Stay tuned because there's much more to come.